Good evening, teachers. Let us wait for some more minutes, like 3 to 4 minutes, and let us.
Okay, can you give me the permission to share my screen?
Mita, can you make Rajendranath sir co-host? Okay.
Yes.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're able to clearly hear my voice, right? I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Very good. Thank you. Let us wait for some more time before we start. My apologies for those who joined already. There is a delay in other people to join. We'll just wait for another 4 to 5 minutes and we will start. Start. Are you hearing? Are you online? All my teachers, I'm sorry for the delay. We were planning to start at 7. Unfortunately, maybe because of the delay is due to a non-reminder to them, because we are doing these classes, every second day or third day. So sorry. Probably that's the reason. And second being, today is the weekend starting, and some of the Gulf countries, they have holidays on Friday. I know why UAE is working, but in Sharjah and other places it is holiday. Maybe they're in holiday mood. Anyway, we will try to share this presentation to all of you after the classes, after the session. Reshma, we should send all this to all the participants, and those who are registered also, we can send it across. And let us start now. Once again, good evening. My name is Rajendra Nath. Are you able to see me? Somebody can answer. Are you able to see my face?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can see my face, right? All right. So my name is Rajendra Nath. I'm an independent consultant based in Dubai. At present, I'm in the Trivandrum campus of TLUPS. And first of all, thank you to all of you to give me an opportunity to talk to you regarding how to engage and how to make your kids, your students active and make them a perfect entry to or understanding them or clearly groom them to go into a university abroad for their high studies. I have more than 40 years of experience, and my teaching career started in 1986 with St. Joseph's College in Bangalore. I was working for a company called BPL Engineering, and we had a course with BPL and St. Joseph's together for some unprivileged team. I have a technical diploma, and I started my teaching profession then and there. Back in UAE from 1994, I was engaged in most of the IT infrastructure projects. And in 2009, I became an independent consultant once again for the ITC, like Information Communication Transport Systems. 2009, I became a certified trainer from Fiber Optic Association. Then in 2012, I became a certified trainer from Big C, USA. I'm also a certified trainer for United Nations. My email ID and contact details will be shared with you later. In case if you're asking any questions, if I'm not able to answer it then and there, I'll put it in a parking lot, and it's my duty to clear that doubt for you within the next 48 hours. This is a promise. What you can do is whatever you wanted to ask me, whatever you wanted to clarify, whatever you wanted to clear your doubts, you can just put it in the chat box. My team will take it and I will answer to all of that. Since we started 10 minutes late, almost 12 minutes late, I will not be able to answer all of the questions. But since the total number of participants are not as expected, we expected around 80 to 90 people today. Unfortunately, some of the people are joining right now. They are not missed the first part. It's only an introduction. I know normally an ice break comes through an interactive session between the presenter and the listeners. Since the last 2 days, you have done that on the session one with Bila Madam and the second day with Sham. You've had a lot of interactive sessions and you're familiar with TLUPS. I don't have to explain again and again and waste the time on what is TLUPS, what we do, and what we are into. Let us start with our program. Be engaged, be active. I know that the objective is to foster your kids or the students to qualify, to make them a quality product. I say commodity, when you're going for a job or going for a university admission, for a product, you need to sell yourself. So how to make them, how to groom them in a better way. So let us start our first slide. You all know this photograph, the person in the center, correct? Mr. Obama. Just put this photograph here because he's not a very talented or a very his academics was not that high. So when he was studying in Hawaii, he was a B student or some of the subjects he was even in D. But all the time, he was always engaged with going for parties, going to the beaches, and he was always interested in playing football. And he was the part of the team basketball who won the championship in the state championship in USA. So this is a kind of team what we wanted to build. This is the time of students we wanted to groom. So that is why I just put the first slide, Mr. Obama. There are many activities students can do, like what you can see, the students against military activities, SAM. There are some organizations called SANE, the students against nuclear energy. We can see hundreds of organizations, voluntary organizations, individual persons starting. Nowadays, because of the social media, people are starting with several applications. So my whole presentation, I'll be showing some of these actions, what students can do, how exactly as teachers, you can help them to provide them guidance, groom them into a engaged citizen. That's all this chapter, this particular 1 hour I'm going to use. The late Barack Obama became the US president. And this book, The Dreams of My Father, it was written in 1988, before he just joined the Harvard School, Law School. And this entire book was talking about, listening, how to have a better view of the world, how to reflect yourself, or reflecting ourselves and getting reflected, understand the surroundings, understanding the people, understanding the environment, understanding the globe, need for dialogue, how to discuss with others, the community understanding. And he travels a lot from entire Middle East, entire subcontinent, and also in US, many places. He traveled and gained a lot. So I encourage our kids, our students to travel, to understand. One thing always, Howard University, there's a start thinking about when somebody's applying, when the students are applying, they need to think what they're going to do with it. Just putting the academics, I got that, my grade is this much, my scores are this much, that alone will not help. They need to understand, they need to give time to understand how to apply, what they're looking for. They need to have a broad idea about their own self. They need to visualize that what the other students are coming across from different parts of the world, how I'm going to excel there, how I'm going to mingle there, how we are going to be leaders over there. So it'll give you the opportunity for them to understand themselves and the world they are going to live in. So as TLUPS, we have conducted many research on the preparation works for the universities. And most of the research conducted, what we are getting is the research showing a strong, very strong upward trend in social and academic engagement. self-motivation and intellectual determination or the curiosity. The similar positive trends for students in the GPA also. What is our intent? Our intent is to make our kids, our students, the parents, what they're eyeing for their kids, their students to have a graduation in a basically a good education from a global mindset, from a respected university or a college, anywhere, mostly in North America or in Europe, or some of the better universities in India too. What are the steps? First, they decide to join some place. Okay, then even yesterday, when I came to Toronto, my cousin is here. Cousin's daughter, she has just completed the CAT. I just casually asked her grade. She was a little bit shy. I know that, okay, marks were not good. And she said she's just waiting for the admission. So she's not keen. I asked, are you not keen in joining a particular college? She said straight away, said yes, ABC. I said, then why don't you wait for one more year? Yes, I may do that. She's planning to do. ABC means Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and Calcutta. So she'll be doing that. So never accept where you are not interested. This is the first step, you're going to be in the negative position. Ask them. The young talents like, when I'm 20 or 21, why should they just step into a place where somebody is offering a seat? So once again, wait for some time, do some activities. I asked her, next 1 year, you should take an internship. You should work somewhere. You should travel. You should do some community services. You should just work on some disaster places and work. So this will help them getting an admission into a better places. And the second thing, once you join that college, you have to thrive there. You have to live the entire life. You have to be part of everything: sports, arts, literature, activities, community activities, then again the studies, and achieve your graduation there. This is what every student is going to do then. So we need to motivate them to go through all this process and help them to remove the fear in their mind. Oh, I'm going there. Am I going to get admission there? For that, they need to be normal. So the common sense, that is not common, so people say, but we need to nurture our students into a better citizen. They need to think beyond the procedures, beyond the essays. Their view has to be understood by themselves, how they can view the world in a different way. They need to read, they need to understand, they need to get the information, they need to be updated. Some of the knowledge what they have is very old. I always say, if you're not updating your knowledge, it is poisonous. Now, the world we are living in, 98% of the informations are available in public domain. And why not? You can get everything in the tip of your tongue. The touch on the tab, you will get all the information. Ask them to encourage them to do and understand the world in a better way. The application process as an experience, when you write an essay, when you write yourself, you make it in a better way. You write what is my view on the world, my view on the war, my view on the political spectrum. You need to write everything. And always follow the professional associations. Encourage them to visit multiple professional organizations. What is their mission, or views? How exactly they help students in the previous, some of the case studies they will be showing. So you need to understand all these things. And in a way, they develop their competence in a very, very appreciating way. The three things always look for. One is the habit of leadership. The proof of intellectual capacity to join survey. That means intellectual curiosity. They need to develop the curiosity. And the third is they have to be an engaged citizen. They need to be part of the community. They need to be part of the society. They need to help others. The leadership, not only in the college or basketball club or class leader. No, it is beyond that. Leadership can be shown everywhere, in your house, in your community, in your friend circle, in your class. So let us take some of the things. Habit of leadership. Some of the key points I just written here. One is self-awareness. You need to understand our weakness, our strengths, and how to motivate myself rather than someone else is telling. You need to go to the glass, ask them to stand in front of the glass and see, am I ready to speak? Am I ready to speak in public? Am I ready to take the voluntary job of taking care of the classes, taking care of some activities. So second is visionary thinking. You need to have a very, very positive thinking of the world. So what we see in the newspaper, don't just blindly believe. You need to have a very visionary thinking on that. Communication. Communication is always, first thing is listening. Second thing is understanding. Decisiveness. So they have to take the right decision on right time. Emotional intelligence. They need to show empathy to the other students. Some people are just very good in some of the activities, but others are not. So they, as a group, they can just develop all these activities together. So they need to adaptability, adaptable to the different styles. Maybe they're going for the first time in a college or a different geographical area. The climate is different. Especially when they select a school, most of the parents will say, oh, there is a very cold. Some of the Canadian schools, the climate is very bad. So they just select some other places. That's not the case. Let the students go through different universities, their websites. They understand. I'm ready to adapt to that situation. Accountability. You need to own your mistakes. When somebody's telling that, okay, you did a mistake, don't argue. Own the mistake. Correct it. Resilience. When you have some setbacks, you should know how to come back. You should quickly bounce back and do the things. And continuous learning. It's never ending. I always say the first thing you learn is how to cry. And the last thing, how to die. This is what life is all about. And authenticity. You need to show your integrity. Don't cover up something and talk something. You need to be what you are doing, and you need to doing what you are. So that is a way you can show others what is your quality, what is your integrity, and what exactly a person or student you are. This is the way to guide your students. The intellectual capacity or the curiosity, what they need to have. What are the cognitive abilities? They need to have a memory. So when they read something, they need to remember. I'm not telling all that Shakespearean words they should listen. I see that, okay, some of the people, they just talk about one full page of some of the Shakespearean dramas. That's not what I'm talking about. Memory. What they need to understand, the key points, they need to always remember. And attention. They need to give attention, pay attention to everything what's around with them. When you travel in the bus, don't just discuss with your friends. Look at outside. Just see what is happening in and around. Maybe long distance, you can see some smoke. Immediately think there is a fire. How can I help them? How can I do something good for them? And processing speed and logical reason. So when you do something, when you get something, immediately you need to quickly process that. Yes, this is what is happening. And it should be logical. Somebody is telling a rational thinking, and I cannot just believe that. So you need to have your intellectual idea, your logical mind should apply, and then create the right sense or right information out of that. What are the intellectual skills? Thinking, critical thinking. Everything what you get news, everything what you get information in social media, you need to have a critical thought about it. Some of the things are very absurd, but still we think that this is happening and we are just answering. Ask them not to do such things and ask them to critically put your thought into that so that you will come out of a better thing. Creativity, artistic creativity, literature creativity. Some people are very good in writing. Maybe a journalistic idea can be put into them. See all your students, what they are good in at, and ask them to follow that, ask them to chase that. And you are supposed to help them in reaching that goal. That's what, as a teacher, I feel that you'll be able to do. And at the time, when your students are getting into the right position, none other than you will be the happiest person in that. And also, they need to develop the analytical thinking and the communication process. When they do this as a extracurricular, they need to do this part of the along with the academics, they need to do this. Engage citizen. You need to participate in your community. The community means where you live, maybe in a gated community, maybe in a condominium, or maybe in a large apartment complex, or maybe in a village side house. You need to be part of everything. You need to know that, okay, what's happening. Okay, that place, we are conducting a festival, or how can I help them? What part I can do it on that? So they need to get engaged into that. So some of the points which I just put in for your thought, be active, always be active. That's what the starting of the slide we put, be active and be engaged. Be informed, get all the information wherever you want. Whatever the information, get all the information. What is happening in Bosnia? What is happening in Romania? What is happening in Russia? What is happening in Lebanon? What's happening in India? What's happening in Gulf? Everything has to be informed. The people should be 100%, a 360 view we need to have on the global perspectives. Critical thinking. I already explained what is critical thinking. We need to be a critical. We need to be a critic on our own information, what we're coming to. Respectful. You need to give respect, take respect. Empathetic. Civically literate. I told you, what as a citizen, we are living along with some other people, along with our animals. So we need to be empathetic to everybody. We need to be empathetic. We need to be civically literate, and we have to be proactive. I know I don't have to explain what is proactive. You all know a proactive person, what they do before what other people are thinking. So let our students be proactive. What helps when somebody travels, when volunteers or engage in political, social, and community actions? So I just put this, it's a continuous process. So I'll not be able to read all the things, but it helps them. So when somebody volunteers, somebody travels along with a group or something like that, it helps them understand the world in a better way. And most of the people, most of the students, they say that when they come back and when they do the studies, they are in a better position to understand the academics. And this helps them very, very positively. And they're ready to do another chance. If they're given, they're ready to do that. So encourage our students to do something. These are some of the pictures what we're showing. This is a 7th grade learning how to tie a rope, simple things. Some of the things what in North America people do, it's a fundraising. And in summertime, they do the lemonade stands. You cannot just think of only lemonades, but you can just give even Indian conditions, very hot conditions. You can even give buttermilk, whatever it is. Then make some of the things like public speaking. Maybe in a small organization, somebody's conducting in our native place, the welfare association or the residents association, they will be conducting some of the small programs, annual programs. Ask them, encourage them to be part of something. Go to speak about what she learned or he learned in the last couple of years. So let them explain, let them express there. So deal with people, deal with multiple people, how to organize a program, how to organize a festival, how to conduct, how to raise funds for that. So that later on when something disaster happens, they'll be part of a fundraising committee. So that will be really, really encouraging for them, and they will become very, very confident. This helps them to think in a very creative way. Always say, find your passion. There are many, many people, their passion is different and their profession is different. This creates a lot of problems. So when I came here yesterday in Trivandrum campus, I met a gentleman called Satish Nair. He's a bird watcher. He's a birder. And I came to know that since his childhood, that was his passion. And he took that as a profession. And his wife, she's also a birder. And today, he was showing me some of the pictures. He has got a website. It's called Birds on Wheels. And he's getting calls regularly from people coming from Australia, people coming from Europe. They want him as a guide. He's traveling day after tomorrow to Delhi. And he's going to Jim Corbett and other places. He knew all the birds. And his wife is also equally good. They both were the best of the best birders for the last consecutive 2 years. So that is passion and profession together. Another person I can tell you, Sachin Tendulkar, his passion is cricket. His profession is cricket. See how much he excelled. That's the way. So whatever the field you take, you do it. Maybe somebody is interested in childcare. Somebody is interested in volunteering and tuition classes for poor people. Help them understand this. Some people, they just do the counseling because most of the people in slum areas and all in cities like Mumbai and Delhi, We have a lot of slum areas where kids are there, thousands, millions of kids. So they're always having a grudge. They're having a angry mind. They're very young, angry people. So counsel them, help them be part of the society, bring them up. Maybe out of that, 1 billion, we can make 3 or 4 by one single student. What an achievement! What an achievement! That we need to encourage them to do that. This is one of the creative document written by Shah. So I'll be sharing this link and some of the, I don't want to read all these things in a detailed way, but I'll be sharing this slide. You can read it. This will help the teachers to help your students. What I'm seeing, I'm talking to students through you. So today only 13 people are joined. So rest of the people I'll be sharing the slides so they'll be able to come to a position. And if I feel that even one of the activity, if they can succeed, I'll be happy to. And you share that details with me when you take this action to one of your students, and this is what happened, how exactly the transformative, how exactly transform that person. If you can share that document, I will surely publish it in one of our document, and we will just put your name and this thing into our next classes. So this is the continuity of the same thing. I'll share you this all the things. And there's an admission movie. If you can search that, you can see that this is part of the Princeton University admission. That movie is all about that. If you can see that movie, this is some of the clips from that movie we are showing. There's a lady over there in that. So if you can get time, you please go through this movie, admission movie. It'll help you to understand how important a college admission for your son or a person near to you or as a teacher, your students. This is one of the sample. So see the profile. If I can just put only the first three, the GPA, SAT, SAT2 and all the things, nobody will be interested in looking at this. But you see the way they have written extracurricular activities. Presidents of Science Club in Club 3 years. Captain of KISS team. Treasurer of Community Service Club. Secretary of Math Tutorial Club. Debate Club. NHS, Health Service. Piano accompanist for the child. Then varsity badminton, varsity table tennis, 2 years awards competitions. ISAB of semi-finalists, school-wide distinction in science award. Then piano grade 8 highest score. Then music theory. Then awards in Pascal, all the formats. Then AMCs, almost invitational man. Then finalist in school-wide short story competition. So this is the way you have to build your profile. When you put this profile like this, any school, any college, any university, they will be very much interested in taking you as a student over there for the next 3 or 4 years. Any principal, any head of the department, they will be love to work with you, love to teach you with a student with a profile like this. I hope you all understood. This is one of the teacher in DPS Faridabad, Ruchika Srika. She worked with our student enrichment program, and she has written some of the details. You can zoom it later on, and you can read some of the articles what he has written. It was a part of the SEP program, is student enrichment program. And this is Prachi. She has developed an apple that is called the Globe, and she's a believer of citizens. She said, ordinary citizens can do wonders. So encourage people to do something. They always help the society a better way. This is Oxfam. You might have heard Oxfam. The meaning of Oxfam is, Oxford Committee for Famine Relief. The world over, millions of people, they're starving. So they started in 1942 in Britain, and still it's working. You can go to Oxfam website, how to be part of that, how you can volunteer there, how you can be part of that great organization. It should work. Red Cross. As TLUPS, we are part of American and Canadian Red Cross Society, and we conduct regular programs in all the schools, even coming, I think it's on 23rd to 25th, we are going to train 2,500 students in Hyderabad on their first aid and CPR. Think about, when the school, you have a couple of certified Red Cross certified people. And when they travel in the bus, suddenly the driver or the conductor or the IA in most of the buses, if they're getting something, cardiac problem, immediately they can act. When they travel in train, when they travel in aircraft, when they travel in buses, or when they are in their houses, the neighbor, some problem, the immediate CPR can be given by these people. We are training them. And this is a wonderful opportunity for them to be engaged citizens. So we have seen that many places in Assam, in Haiti, in US, China, the floods, the cyclone in Kerala. So many places we need people. It is not to go to that the peak of the disaster area, but where we can do wonders by helping other team to support fundraising, passing the information, um, supporting these activities. There are many ways they can work on that. And you always try to make some projects in the school. So this is a picture in one of the school when we had encouraged them to do something, and they were showing their ability, a human pyramid. They were showing that. You could see that smiles in their face. That they were able to show. They were able to demonstrate. Even there for another program, they were showing this. So as I said, every school, every college, they're looking for something beyond the curriculum, beyond their academic activities. So in most of the IB program, they are mentioning that in next 2 years, IB students, this is a little bit old slide, they need to perform 50 hours of service to the school community, another 50 hours of community outside the school, plus 50 hours of leadership training. And the same thing in Canada, Ontario, they're asking for minimum 40 hours of volunteer work. And most of the CBSE schools, they're following the new education policy, the focus on a very holistic education program, like some shop and other things. They started with lots and lot of organizations. They're coming even in India. They're changing their philosophy of education. Many websites they can go. They can do the volunteering based on their age. They will give a lot of information. I know one of the organization in Dubai that is called a CDA, Community Development Authority. I'm a registered volunteer. They call me regularly when Expo 2020 is happened. They called me for a volunteership. They gave me uniform. They gave me 2-3 pavilions. And one is Palestinian pavilion. And so I was able to learn a little bit of Arabic, and I was able to help people show the area because we expected something like 25 million people there during that time, but it was unexpected because unfortunately the COVID, we couldn't do it on that time. It was in 2021, but still we call it as Expo 2020. It was a great opportunity for me to do that volunteership, and I always encourage my known families to encourage their kids, especially after the grade 9 and 10. They need to volunteer. Many ways of volunteering for that age group. So they will help you in doing that. And they will also give you certificates that is a certified volunteer for the community. Many organizations, they can just get all the information from the website. So make it a weekly one discussion time, 10 minutes with all the students. So let them encourage them to be part of this volunteer groups. This is one of the Holland code. So I will leave it for you to read later on. So in case if you have any details, if you want any further details, we can share the link to you. This is our director. He's having the last couple of years, he had a lot of opportunities to move around with the people for a lot of activities. So some of the photographs will showing. So be active, be engaged program. The many of the programs like Delhi half marathon, now it is I think full marathon. The Live Well IO dashings, Oxfam Pune, they have a road to hope 80 and virtual walks around the bay, Hamilton Marathon. Now in India, we have Cochin Marathon, we have Mumbai, we have Pune, we have Goa. Why not be part of that? See, when somebody, the school, when your students around 10 or 15 school students in grade 12 and grade 10, if they're certified by the Red Cross of US or Canadian Society, when in your city, when the marathon is happening, why don't you put some 1 or 2 kiosks, 10 meter, 10 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 4 or 5 kiosks? Ask a couple of your team to be there to provide aid, providing water, providing CPR, providing physical support. All this can be done and get certified by them. These are all extra programs we can do that. Or any of this festival time, they can have a common kiosk and they can work along with that. How many of you heard MAD make a difference? This is an organization started long time ago, and their only intention is to remove all the kids from a non-educated or non-schooling come to the educational level. I was not aware of this one. And a couple of years back, my daughter, she's working in Bangalore. She's a very active part of this thing. She do tuition every week. She do 3 days a free tuition, online tuition to 20 students, and she also do counseling. So one day she was talking to me. I just worked on that. I saw that this man, this organization, he has got an amazing knowledge, and they do a wonderful, wonderful program. As they mentioned, it is estimated that there are 35 million children in India who are in need of care and protection. Do our support, do all the people, not only students, even teachers. You can also be part of that. Just do some community service like this. At your the comfort of your house, you can do it an online tuition, weekly once, weekly twice, to some of the unprivileged poor students to learn mathematics, learn chemistry, learn history. I hope you will all do that in the coming months. Teach them how to volunteer, how to be LBA teachings, set programs, student enrichment programs, the fundraising techniques, cold calling. What are the tools for that? These are all up to you. We can get you in the next session onwards. This is a very preliminary way of teaching train the trainer program. We are also trying to develop a 5-day face-to-face program, right from introduction to closing the thing. A 5-day program will be developed, and we will surely inform you all on that. This is one of the car share. It is in Canada. So we started. We think that the cars are the real problem for the environment. And Mr. Sham, he's a resident of Canada now. He's a citizen of Canada. He actively participated in the elections and other things, and he helped a lot of it, Living Rock and others, some of the organizations he works with, so that every day the Living Rock is assembling breakfast, a provision for taking bath. This is homeless people. They come, they take bath, and they take one of the dress, and they have food and go. So the different people sponsor their breakfast for that day, and they just collect all the good dresses and keep it for them. Not only dress, bags, shoes, everything. The Living Rock. So something we can do it in our cities. We can easily do. And audacity. We need to have the guts. We need to have the power to talk, power to do. So we need to do, and we need to help our students to do. And other engagement programs like science, participating in debates, and MOOC, United Nations, MOOC, and normally it's available for School of Legal Studies. Most of the schools they have, and we can also conduct this MOOC in other schools also. This is always recognized by United Nations. How many of you heard El Camino de Santiago? It's a long march. It's a spiritual march. It's a 500-mile walk in Spain to St. James. So there are a lot of people, they just participated. You need to plan when you are going, when can I go, what is the best climate to walk around and all these things. So if you are early booking, they will arrange for the overnight stay where you can stay and all these things. It's a great program. This is Santiago. The Transweb Global is conducting a lot of camps for this San Diego March. So go beyond academic requirements. What do you mean by it? It's not only the academics, it's about your extracurricular activities, your leadership qualities. Find out the passion. do them and enjoy. As I said, like Sachin Tendulkar, your passion should be your profession. Plan early high school years. Decide on what is going to do or what you're doing in advance, so that you're thorough. Your students will be very well experiencing a very clear path into their advanced studies. And finally, I wanted to talk about marketing. So as mentioned, in a beautifully designed product, if you are not able to market it, a wrong marketing strategy will nobody will buy. So we need to put a stage for your students to involve making up their presentation in a better way, a polished way that can be marketed. As a commodity, you need to market yours to the universities. So all your essays, university applications, resume, everything has to be in a very neat and clear. Don't copy something. It should come out of the student's mind from their own heart. It should come out. So it will have a more clarity to the person who is reading. If it is a common thing, they'll think that okay, they know that this is done by copying something. So that is not the way. As I earlier said, the integrity has to be there. It has to come out from their own mind. They need to write themselves. Start early. So probably yesterday or day for yesterday, Mr. Sham mentioned about the Opal case, how exactly a very academic student or very bookworm student can be dropped from a university, or how exactly an engaged citizen or an engaged person. There was a case, Sham knows about it. She was part of the Baba Amde program, but she has been selected to most of the universities. So you need to plan, you need to write down and monitor your own, avoid mistakes, create opportunities every day. There are many opportunities you need to create. So reflect yourself and reflect others to reflect in you, so that you can get more out of every interaction. Coaching and university preparation. So we help people to develop the skills, develop the teachers into mentoring your students in a better way. So modern world needs problem solvers. 20 years or 30 years back, our problems were not like this. Today, we are all facing problems like climate change, the global pandemics like COVID, now HMPV, like that. Too many things are coming. Or artificial intelligence. What can artificial intelligence do? So how exactly we are going to lose jobs? All these things are modern problems. So we need modern thinkers, problem solvers. We need to develop the next generation leaders as thinkers, problem solvers, analytical thinkers. This is a little bit old slide. This is an economic forum research. The top 10 skills for workplace success in 2015. In order to complex problem solving, coordinating with others, people management, critical thinking, negotiation, quality control, service orientation, judgment and decision making, active listening, and creativity. And they put that time, that means after 5 years, 2020. Now we are going to be another 5 years, 2025 now. They will be also in order of complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation, and cognitive flexibility. Not exactly the academics. These are all the things for the modern leaders, modern thinkers, modern scientists. They need to approach, they need to develop. Hope you all might have seen the latest thing that Enron has come out with. Enron egg. One single egg in your house can give you power to your house for 10 continuous years without even be fueling it. This is the atomic reactor, small one, but they use very less chemicals, and which nobody can make an atom bomb from that. So this was introduced by Enron. You can just search in the web, Enron egg. It's a great thing for the human being. We don't need to use all the fossil fuel to make diesel generators. We don't need to have powerhouses generating power with diesel. One simple egg it's a plain toilet thing in your house can give you power for the entire thing for 10 years without refueling. What a great idea. So why don't campus is a person to study, get involved, be active, be engaged, be connected, volunteer, travel, learn to reflect and reflect, read conferences, attend conferences, participate in concerts, go for movies, be active in social media, and work like, Uber like thing. If we can work and work, there's no doubt about it. The First Responders Club, Jordan, Oxfam, we had a lot of issues in Katrina, Haiti, in Assam, Airtel Marathon, we can participate, as the kiosk earlier said. Then Gayatri, one of our students, she participated in a SEP and they did a great job during the floods in Kerala. So we are also calling for papers. If students and teachers, if you have some good article to be presented in the 2025 issue of the our magazine, you can just send it to us. And this publication deadline is first week of August, so that we will be sending back one of the copies to you so that you can put it in the library of your school or college. So I'll just finish off here. If you want any of your doubts to be cleared, if you want any further information, please do write in the thing or write to Reshma all your queries. We will write back to you with all the details. We will help you. We will support you. A single thought, that's all we need from you. We will support you. I hope you enjoyed this thing. If at all there is a mistake, please excuse me. And if at all you had any doubt, if at all it's not clear for you, please do write back to us. We will come back to you with the proper information and with continuous support on the same subject, unless and until you will be thoroughly clear of that issue. Can I get some feedback from you now? Anybody? Anita, Anushka, Jyoti, Manju Mohan, Nitu Roy, Vijayalashmi, Saleha, Vimala. What is encouraging me is more of lady teachers, that's good. That's good. You are the best people to groom students. Can at least somebody give me a thank you? Let me hear that. Hello?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Good night, Vimala.